We can do like a gazpacho.
There might be an app. Isn't the new starter like an apple gator?
Apple gator.
That might even be its name.
That's such... I feel like, okay, you know that classic South Park episode where the manatees write Family Guy? And they're just a bunch of, they're like swimming around in a tank grabbing balls with random words on it and putting them together to make episodes of Family Guy?
Maybe, but I mean, I think I get it, yeah.
That's always what I think about when like writers' rooms are like running out of ideas, so they're like trying to come up with whatever next Pokemon. It's like, what if we have a alligator? And they're like, wait, we already have hold on. But we mix it with an apple and call it Apple Gator. Genius. Throw it in as a starter. It's perfect. Yeah, like the first I mean, I don't want to sound like a total boomer here, but the first Pokemon, there was some like interesting, clever Pokemon makes, and then eventually it's just like, this Pokemon's a garden hose. We're gonna call it Hosemon. Which would not be good in a city.
Didn't they do that in Gen 1 too? Like, this one's a duck.
But, well, I guess. Like Farfetch'd? Just being a duck?
Or Psyduck, I was thinking.
Oh, Psyduck. Yeah, but he's got like a headache.
Farfetch'd also. This one's a duck with a headache.
Yeah. You're back at the writer's room. What if we had a duck?
We already have a duck. This one has a headache. Oh, tell me more.
Okay, yeah. I'm sold. There's a literal trash bag Pokemon. This does not surprise me. All right, we're going. Hummingbee versus Plectrodancer. Hummingbee had a really solid season. Came in with a 8-1, only dropping one game to Ribbon Graph.
Wow.
So Hummingbee was our #1 seed coming out of this. Hummingbee also is becoming well known for their clearing of Coda Rando, which is bananas.
Wow.
Yeah. 1 of 3, I think, people have ever done that. All right, nice little squeeze by on that green dragon.
Plectro left behind a pile of 25 coins that they could have picked it up in 2 beats. I disagree.
Yeah. That's like 12.5 coins a beat.
That's true.
That's a lot.
Maybe even more. Imagine.
Oof. Oh, a nice little squeeze there also for Hummingbee with the bat. I love when that happens, when the bat gets kind of forced. The dire bat, so it's easy to kill because you know it's going to move towards you. Very nice. All right, so we're sort of running around Zone 1 here, looking for some items to get a little bit of a better build. Hummingbee finding some mapping. That torture wall is going to reveal all the walls. I have no idea how that works. But it does, apparently. And Plectro, without much, except for does have the Crown of Thorns for some regen after 10 kills. There's an electric corgi Pokemon named Yamper.
Yo, I am unaware.
Okay. I'm into that. All right, titanium shovel pickup for Plectro. Plectro going down to half a heart with the blood drum, but it made for a quick little arena there.
Oh.
Back down to half a heart. Yeah, using the heals from the Crown of Thorns really well.
Yamper may not be real.
Okay.
I believe we have been rused. Wait, Yamper's a real thing. Load the page. Oh, no, it's real.
Oh, yeah? Great, well now I need to look this up. Clicky clacky. Yeah, Pokemon.
What a cutie.
Oh. Bit derpy, but then again it's Corgi, so that's cool. That's fun. Alright. So racers are very close right now. Plectro just slightly ahead. I do like Plectro utilizing this Crown of Thorns a lot, but is a little bit dangerous now. Torch of Strength is pretty nice. We'll see if Hummingbee takes that Torch of Strength. I think Hummingbee is going to. Because having a damage up with obsidian weapons is very valuable. No, not going to take it. Going to keep the mapping with the Torch of Walls. I think it's fairly safe to say that Hummingbee and Plectro are both screen watching a little bit. That is allowed in our tournaments. We think it's better. Helps the meta. So racers can see what other racers do. So
yeah,
Plectro...
in fact, it's required as like a quiz afterward.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, there's sort of a little exit poll, little exit quiz that we do for each races. We don't stream any of that, but...
It adds some extra attention to the very end. Like, all right, they won. Like, did they?
Yeah, if you don't get this question right...
Where did your opponent pick up the rare card?
3-2 shop? No.
Calculating. Unfortunately, no.
All right. Half a heart here for Hummingbee. Took some big hits. Does not have the regen that Plectro does. So Hummingbee's going to do a little beeline to the shop here.
If you don't know your opponent's build at the end, you don't actually get a win. So the strat is to like get a transmute scroll and step on a scatter trap and then just pause.
I think any strat that involves scatter traps make me happy, so I'm into it. Quiz door. Yes. I am a little spooked here for Hummingbee. Ring of Courage with half a heart in this boss fight can be a little dangerous. Oof. Yikes. Okay, but Hummingbee handles it. Both racers are running with very little health. Oh, nice.
Plectro's got the hat, and Hummingbee has the purple hearts now.
Yeah, the purple hearts were a really good find. The heavy plate helps a lot.
Yeah.
With the hat as well.
Makes the hat a lot better, yeah.
Oh, and that potion also helps. Would not be very helpful for Hummingbee because there are no actual heart containers to refill when the potion pops. Some pretty efficient play there for Hummingbee clearing out that boss room. Hummingbee still maintaining this lead. Only barely, and I honestly feel like Plectro's got the better build.
Yep.
Especially, like, there's the Blood Shovel, which is a little better than the Blood Drum. When you have health regen.
Probably.
Well, I guess no matter what, you need...
I mean, the Blood Drum lets you attack things and also doesn't take away your health when you try to waste a beat on a wall. Uh-oh.
That's true.
I just never got used to the Blood Shovel.
Yeah, I was mostly thinking end game because it's just so much faster with the Necrodancer fight.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't have as much value throughout. Whoa, that's a dry baby. Watch out, that ring. Oh, but what's in that? I guess it won't be a transmute. Oh, wow, that was rude.
Brutal.
Hummingbee gets absolutely destroyed in zone 4 here with this really awful
that
setup.
harpy just destroyed by a harpy.
Oh, was it a harpy that didn't cause knockback? Oh, that was awful. Wow. And now Plectrodancer slingshots ahead with a nice little Earth Zuma strat.
Hold up. Tallywinkel redeemed a Curse the Run for 600 Charleses.
Oops. Yep. The run has been cursed. I don't know if that was to stop Plectrodancer or...
to murder Hummingbee, I think.
Yeah. Was it right before? I feel like it was after.
It
was close enough to try and appear prophetic. Maybe that's what that was. In any case.
We'll have to go to that Harpy's house later and see if they suspiciously have, like, an expensive new car or something.
Paid for entirely with corgi points?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Well, Plectrodancer here is looking pretty keen. Now, this is a best of 3 again, but winning this will put you in the finals. Humming Bee really doesn't have a shot here unless something horrible happens to Plectro, which of course this is Dead Ringer.
You have to use points for that, Elad. You can't just say that.
Oh no, I can commentate curse all I want. I don't even use points on my channel. All right, I have infinite points, Charles,
and you won't even use them.
And I won't even use them. I should have like one that's like 30 million points, and it's just activate commentator curse that only I can use. All right, well, with that dig, you get that early hit on the Necrodancer. It's a good strategy, just kind of speeds this fight up, which this fight can go sideways if the spawns get really bad, so it's worth it to try and speed this fight up. And with one more hit here, plectrodancer will take the first game.
GG.
GG. All right, let's get that big Korg moment. Hopefully this works. This is it. There we are. So it's that harpy. Watch for that harpy coming in. All right, avoid the dry baby. Good. And then here it comes. Oh, that's so rude. And then of course the lich
it's
blocking the escape.
Still there, being a pain and taking up brain power.
Yeah, that's almost like a guaranteed death. Like, I don't think there is really anything Humming Bee could have done there. Like, could have gone down, but like, I just feel like that was such a like one beat reaction kind of moment.
I think you just gotta take care of that lich beforehand. Like, it's definitely gonna get in your way during the boss room.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, this is definitely a hindsight situation. I feel like
sure. If I were playing the game, I simply wouldn't have died.
Exactly. All right, let's do it. That's a lot of 9s in a row. Here we go.
When that harpy came out and they hit the Blade Master, like, I would have wanted to go down there, or no, to the right instead of hitting the Blade Master, but I think the Lich would have blocked that. Or at least confused me, which, you know, feels like it's like they have control over that square, and then you die.
And then you die. We got a pretty good start here. We're gonna see a early leprechaun, maybe some leprechaun milking as well for a little extra money. We got a lock
shot. Do you look around for the bomb?
Bombs are very useful. I think there's
You know there is one on this floor.
Yeah, there it is. It's just a single bomb, which is a shame. That makes that...
Maybe throw through the shopkeeper, like bomb one square to the left.
Yes, yes. That's exactly right. Oh no!
Oh, shoot.
Didn't quite line up. Yeah, it was hard to know. So for anyone who's wondering what we're talking about, we were talking about seeing that... Yeah, there's a trapdoor there, so you can throw your dagger, aggro Freddy, and of course he will absolutely kill you. But if you can get him to run down that trapdoor instead, then it's fine. Then he forgives you. Like, oh, it was but a ruse. That dagger you really threw right through me. But a flesh wound. Okay, I think we're gonna see a bomb use here. Yeah, gonna get a potion. So Humming Bee with the potion.
Ooh, Plectro with shoes and obsidian armor. That goes pretty well together.
Yep, I do like seeing those boots of ballet working out like that. It's very nice. Madad asking about pentathlons. You betcha. Yeah, this summer I'm going to be streaming a bunch, and we'll be doing some pentathlons and some other good stuff. It's going to be a good time.
He's more afraid of heights than he hates you for hurting him. So what? He's like, it's cool, Cadence. Just don't do that again. Just please. Just buy something, Meiji.
He can only be scared of one thing at a time. So if he's now afraid of the heights, he's no longer afraid of you.
Classic video game character.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's such a bumping track. Gotta give a quick shout out to the slight change to the mod that makes titanium more obvious. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's great.
You can see that there with that titanium longsword. Okay. Too bad Honeybee does not have those ballet boots for this, because picking up a obsidian spear would be really nice. To have that. That's exactly right, Madad. So yeah, my time is about to get a lot more open, and I'm very happy about that.
Nice. Congrats.
Thanks. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I have a short trip planned, and then I'm gonna be in town for the rest of the summer, so I'll be definitely doing some strumming. Ooh, a titanium rapier. That's a really good pickup.
Okay.
Always looking for a +1 damage with that, just because there is a damage threshold of 3 and 5, so the 2 and 4 are not as useful.
Honeybee with the shield again.
Yeah. Pretty clutch.
Yeah,
that's shield. I don't know. They only took like a full heart of damage there, but that might have been because they had full obsidian. But it was a dragon stomp. So full obsidian plus the shin guards. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's 2 heart protection.
Shin guards. Yeah.
All right, there's a +1 damage, but that's for Honeybee. Oh wait, Plectro's got the Ring of War. Ho ho ho! Now that's a good ring to have with that obsidian rapier or titanium rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That Minotaur was much more easily handled when you can just tell it to not go on vacation.
Yep. Stop. And then whack it in the face. All right, so this is a pretty close race. Plectrodancer is just behind here. Honeybee with a pretty quick kill. Honeybee does look scary here with the health, but does have a potion, so pretty good. But wow, I think Plectro was the first one down into 4-1.
They're a glowing bee. Yeah, they're scary.
That's true. That's pretty intimidating. Oh, are we gonna take the miner's cap? We are. And there's gonna be a ring of peace left on the floor. And Honeybee is just gonna take the peace shrine for full health. That's actually awesome.
Nice. That's great.
This is like a classic matchup here between the electro dagger and the titanium rapier. Both doing tons of damage. We got +2 damage for Honeybee. So, ooh, chick 'em. Magic.
Oh yeah, +2 for Honeybee. I would want to be Honeybee, but it depends on how comfortable you are with the 2 weapons.
Yeah, I think I prefer Honeybee's build, but these are 2 of the best builds. Like, I really like Plectro's. So this is awesome. The only build that's missing out of this would be if there was somebody racing like a full pain cat build.
Yeah.
Which I love. All right, these scoots there for Plectro, really nicely done. Gonna be the first one down to the Zone 4 boss. Honeybee having some struggles here with the goo. Oh, but another nice little push. And Plectro, the king castles, and then you just earth it. But there, a nice throw.
That's not a legal move.
Is that a throw fireball I just saw? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's chest legal.
Unfortunately, the king is dead.
All right, we're gonna double fireball, using the fireball blood magic to get out of the freeze.
I was nervous about Plectro's shield, but nicely handled.
Yeah, this is really intense right now. It's getting very close. That is a pile of enemies behind Honeybee, but of course, with the electro dagger, that's no big deal. But Plectro's gonna be the first one down to Dead Ringer. Honeybee's
like
just nipping at their heels and really using their health.
Yeah.
Honeybee is, but that's totally fair.
I guess they should. Wow, they've got a lot of health to spend.
Yeah. Plectrodancer, was that it was an earth strat?
Probably earth.
Yeah. And, ooh, in the tunnel for a moment there. Oh no, Pong Pinger.
Nice, nice. That was correct.
Tanking those hits. And on to the Necrodancer.
Skeleton would have been a problem otherwise.
A win here for Plectrodancer will put them into the finals. Hummingbee needs to tie this up to go to a game 3. And yeah, Hummingbee is doing some very good health spending. Although Dorian does not have a weapon, and Dorian should have a... No, Dorian doesn't have a weapon. Okay. Oh, this is costly. And that's a really bad spawn. Dorian getting necro punched. And it's not going to matter. Plectrodancer's going to take this.
GG.
Unbelievable. That death in the first match for Hummingbee. Very costly, as that is going to be Plectro 2-0ing Hummingbee. And Plectro has been on a tear. 3 in a row. Was the last 3 matches featuring Plectrodancer, as Plectrodancer does get into the finals. So congratulations to you, Plectro.
Well,
GG do.
Plectro, what was Hummingbee's build? Where did they get the obsidian spear?
Right. What did they do when they got to the Shrine of Peace?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here.